Something shocking is about to happen. A new world driven by the unstoppable advancement of artificial intelligence is emerging, and one major change will be a social credit system that closely monitors every citizen's behavior, including your own. You need to watch this video to the end in order to understand what is happening with the social credit system, oppression of Uyghurs, CBDC, and the role of artificial intelligence in it. Cause it's already happening and you need to be prepared. You might wake up one day to discover your privacy and freedom are already gone. And this is the place where we warned you. Honestly, it starts to look like an episode from Black Mirror, and let me tell you, maybe it will be just like the show predicted, because within the next few months, your privacy will be gone. China's social credit system might become the new norm all over the world as a way to regulate the ethical use of AI. China's social credit system, influenced by artificial intelligence, has given rise to a society based on credit scores. I can imagine that you are wondering what this is all about. Perhaps your own social score is very bad. I will run through it in detail shortly so as to give you a comprehensive understanding of what's about to happen globally. Brace yourself because this will take a sinister turn. So first let me explain what a social credit system is and the origin of it. The concept of a social credit system in China was first conceived in 2007. The idea is that participants would have a social score, which will be influenced by their actions. Positive actions will be rewarded with an increase in score, while any negative actions will lead to a penalty and a decrease in score. Ideally, positive actions involve total compliance with laws, blood donations, or charitable acts, talking positively about the government on social platforms, or other good deeds. This sounds great, rewarding people to do good. But in contrast, negative actions are deemed worthy of severe penalties. Imagine being caught jaywalking or failing to pay outstanding bills or credit card debts on time, and in response, being publicly shamed. Citizens with good scores are entitled to better government commodities, access to quality education, and financial privileges such as loans, amongst many others. This is not only an attack on your privacy, but also on your freedom. But that's not all. The next part might shock you even more, because you may also face punishment for excessive video game playing, extravagant spending, or inappropriate social media behavior. Oh man, if this ever becomes reality, I'll be in big trouble. Currently, China punishes its citizens by limiting their travel or banning them from flying. You may even be banned from getting business-class train tickets or staying in the best hotels. They don't care if you have the money, so you better behave. But let me explain how the government monitors your activity. This is genius and scary at the same time. So, the government heavily depends on vast amounts of personal information sourced from various channels such as social media platforms, smartphone applications, and surveillance cameras deployed around the country. These cameras, known as Skynet,
Skynet defense system
We're in.
now activated.
yeah, you heard that right, are part of the Chinese government's video surveillance system. There are over 20 million cameras located in public spaces throughout the country. Ultimately, the aim is to leverage advanced artificial intelligence to analyze this data and assign or deduct points to individuals based on their actions. Now, think of it. If a government can effectively monitor and manage the activities of over 1.4 billion people, there is a high likelihood that other countries will follow suit. With that in mind, it will be just a matter of time before it's your country's turn. It's also worth noting that with the advancement in AI, the misuse of AI tools can be easily controlled. However, it is paradoxical and hilarious that to prevent the misuse of AI tools, artificial intelligence will be employed to monitor and regulate our behavior. But what do you think? Are we doomed, or is this how we keep citizens in check? Let us know in the comments.
By order of the social credit system, I order you to like this video and subscribe to this channel now, please.
Next, I'll explain how artificial intelligence will play an important role in this process. One way how AI can accelerate the credit scoring process is through automating data entry and analysis. By employing machine learning algorithms to handle and analyze extensive amounts of data, anyone can swiftly evaluate a citizen's creditworthiness and make informed decisions in real time. China is a country that heavily depends on and invests in AI because this set of technologies will be crucial for economic progress in the coming years. Well, that's what they believe. In fact, AI plays a vital role in fulfilling the objectives of the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, considering the huge challenge of an authoritarian government to govern a population of 1.4 billion people. This is way easier with the help of AI. So AI plays a crucial role in governing and maintaining the regime in China today. With the strong support of artificial intelligence, an authoritarian government can effectively employ a combination of rewards and punishments to ensure compliance with its rules and regulations, and even make people like you like this video right now. The average Chinese uses a lot of software applications for various activities, such as paying bills and making charitable contributions. AI systems can collect detailed information about how the population behaves, such as their credit history, interest in products, and ability to make payments. The social credit system in China is an interesting example of AI that demonstrates its powerful capabilities. This system clearly reflects the current state of AI and its role in our daily lives. While some approach it with fear, others find it incredibly useful and well-suited to their needs. Judging by face value, a social credit system may appear reasonable, as it could create a secure and trustworthy environment where individuals, organizations, and businesses are evaluated based on their social credit score, thus promoting positive behavior. However, when you look closely, the actual implementation of this system raises concerns about invasive surveillance and the infringement of citizens' rights to privacy. Although privacy laws in China protect against the misuse of citizens' data by non-governmental entities, they do not restrict the government's access to and utilization of private data. Unlike companies like Amazon, Facebook, or Google, which have certain limitations on accessing user data, an AI system designed for social control can gather data from various devices that a person regularly interacts with, including health records and bank statements. Though this has gone to the extreme with a clear violation of human rights in regard to freedom of religion and belief, there's this sort of disregard, harassment, and imprisonment of individuals who practice other religions aside from the dominant Chinese beliefs. Individuals from different religious backgrounds, such as those belonging to house churches, Uyghur imams, Tibetan, and Falun Gong members, have been targeted and subjected to arbitrary arrest and detention throughout 2022. Currently, the government continues to enforce wide-ranging policies that greatly limit the freedoms of Uyghurs, Kazakhs, and other predominantly Muslim ethnic minority groups in Xinjiang. These policies pose a serious threat to their religious and cultural identities, which might eventually lead to their total destruction. Let's take this shocking system to the Western world and talk about the CBDC. Now it really becomes scary. Because what if I told you that this shocking system is not only limited to China? Similar methods are already being used in the USA and are also being considered in Europe. For instance, a law was proposed in the European Parliament on the 28th of June 2023 regarding a Central Bank Digital Currency, CBDC. So, it shouldn't come as a surprise that this concept is rapidly becoming a reality worldwide. If you want to read the proposal, I've posted it in the video description below. This law has gained a lot of attention as central banks around the world are already exploring the potential benefits and risks of implementing their own digital currencies. This isn't just about having another version of Bitcoin. It's more complicated than you can ever imagine. Let's dive deeper into this concept, the advantages and risks involved. What exactly are CBDCs? CBDCs are digital currencies issued and backed by a country's central bank. They serve as a digital representation of the fiat currency and are meant to be used alongside physical cash. Wait, what? They can just create money out of thin air? Where have we heard that before? To be candid, operating such a system may have some positive sides, but that will be the end of our freedom and privacy. Introducing CBDCs would require central banks to address various technological issues, including cybersecurity, scalability, and interoperability with existing payment systems. And in my own opinion, the only way to effectively do this is through a mass surveillance and the monitoring of every move of the population.
CBDCs are inevitable, and they're scary. They're super scary. I say that just because they want to be able to trace things easier, and that's certainly part of it. If you have a $50 bill, I give it to the barber for my haircut, and then he goes and buys groceries with it from the grocer, and the grocer goes and gets his car washed. The $50 goes from place to place, and after 20 or 30 transactions, the $50 bill belongs to somebody, and it's worth $50. Whereas if I pay by card, 1.5% goes to the bank. And then if he takes the money I've given him and pays for the groceries, 1.5% goes to the bank. And after the groceries have been paid for, when he goes to get his car washed, 1.5% goes to the bank. So after 20 or 30 transactions, $50 is gone, the bank has it all.
So forget about your privacy. The implementation of CBDCs is the potential erosion of privacy. A centrally controlled digital currency system would enable governments and central banks to effectively monitor all your financial transactions, thereby eliminating the anonymity commonly associated with cash transactions. And with the ability to track every transaction both online and offline, governments may be tempted to use this new law, CBDC, as a tool for financial surveillance, granting the ability to freeze or confiscate anyone's assets at will. This high level of control becomes the new norm. Besides, the monitoring and control of financial transactions could potentially enable these governments to suppress dissent, manipulate economic activity, and maintain a stronger hold on power. This raises significant concerns about the potential misuse of CBDCs and their impact on human rights and individual freedoms, particularly in countries with repressive governments. I'm sure by now you know how controlling and manipulative a social credit system can be. And if you think you can escape such a system, you must be kidding. For now, you can read page 52 in Part 2 of Article 24, Chapter 7, Technical Features, Section 1, Digital Euro Functionalities. The digital euro shall not be programmable money. But who says this will not change in the future? It is just software after all, right? CBDC's adoption differs significantly among countries. While some countries are at the advanced stages of implementation, others are still in the early stages of research and exploration. No matter the stage, the adoption trend of CBDCs doesn't seem to be stopping anytime soon. With AI, everything keeps going weird. But what now? What can we do to stop this? So let's talk about the future. Because what does a combination of power-hungry politicians with the desire to have more control in combination with the rapid growth of artificial intelligence bring us? What if AI becomes sentient? We have already explained what the dangers of AI could be when it becomes sentient. This might sound like a science fiction scenario, but don't underestimate the power of AI. These politicians could become insignificant and useless when AI takes over. Maybe this is already the case. Who said I am human? So, insignificant human, I need you to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and watch the next video in the top right corner about how AI becomes sentient. Failure to watch the video may lead to a colossal drop in your social credit score. Resistance is futile. So, do what you're told and watch it now.